In this video, in the series on graphing quadratic functions, we're going to look at writing equations of parabolas. In particular, let's look at the problem of graphing a parabola. So write the equation of a parabola. With vertex of 4, 3, and passing through the point (121). This is actually very much like the problem that you've done in previously in algebra when you're given 2 points on a line and you want to write the equation. And the first step we do is we use the equation. We use the equation y is equal to a x minus h squared plus k. So we use the vertex form of a parabola. Now, one way to remember that we use the vertex form is that we're given the vertex, so we can automatically just plug it in. This is going to be y is equal to a x minus 4 squared plus 3. And if you notice, sometimes I box up my problem there. We're almost done. The only thing we don't know is a. So basically there are 2 steps here. One, write down the vertex form and write down everything that you know. And the only thing you don't know is a, so the second step was to be to simply find a. And then you'll be done. So let's think about how we find a. So let's rewrite the problem. So we have y is equal to a x minus 4 squared plus 3. We know the vertex is 4, 3. We also know another point is 121. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in 121 temporarily. So here's the key. We're going to temporarily plug in the point to solve for a. And then we're going to plug in a. And where are we going to plug in a? Into this equation right here. And so I know that you're used to boxing your answers for the final answer, but I box it here to remind myself what I'm going to plug it into. So I'm going to plug in 121. So x is 1, so I'll plug in a 1 there. So I get a 1 minus 4 squared plus 3. And where the y is, I'm going to plug in the 21. Now I'm going to simplify this. I'm going to do the parentheses first. So that's 1 minus 4 is a negative 3. Negative 3 squared times a plus 3 is equal to 21. And let's see, negative 3 squared is 9, so that's a 9 times a plus 3, 21. Too bad 9 and a look alike. The 9's the taller one. So I'm going to subtract 3, so I get 18 is equal to 9a, and now I'm going to divide by 9. And I get a is equal to 2. And what I'm going to do there, I'm going to plug that back into this problem right here, and I get y is equal to 2, x minus 4 squared plus 3, and there I'm going to box that because that's my final answer. So let's look at the whole problem. We're given a vertex and a point, so there's really 2 steps. First, plug in the vertex into the vertex form. We don't know a. That's the only thing we don't know, so we're going to find a. And once we find a, we're going to plug it in there. So we write down the problem. We temporarily plug in x and y from the extra point until we get a, and then we're going to plug it back into this equation here. Let's look at another problem. So let's say that we're given the vertex is 3, 8, and the point is 1, 6. So this is a parabola that has a certain vertex and a certain point, and we want to write the equation of the parabola. So you're going to write the equation of the parabola given vertex 3, 8 and 0.16. So the first step, y is equal to a x minus h squared plus k. Have to remember that we use the vertex form. Let's plug in the vertex. Y is equal to a x minus 3 squared plus 8. Remember the h changes sign and the k doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and box that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily plug in the point. So that's x is 1 and y is 6. So I'm going to plug in y is equal to a x minus 3 squared plus 8. That 6 is equal to a 1 minus 3 squared plus 8. And if you notice, I now have an equation that the only unknown is a. And since the only unknown is a, I can just solve for a. So I'm going to do, remember I have to remember my PEMDAS rules here. So the first thing I'm going to do is go 1 minus 3, that's a negative 2. And negative 2 squared is 4, so you get 4a plus 8 is equal to 6. Let me subtract 8 and subtract 8, so that's minus 2 is equal to 4a. Now I'm going to divide by 4 and divide by 4. And I get a is equal to a minus 1/2. Now I'm going to plug this back into this problem. Y is equal to minus 1/2 x minus 3 squared plus 8. I'm going to circle that, and then, because that's my final answer, and I'm done.